Good morning, boys and girls.
What's up, gang?
Today we are going to visit virtually Russia. So this is a picture of Moscow. You can see the beautiful domes on top of some of the buildings. Isn't that cool? So today, Around the World with Kate and Mack, we're in that book. And here we go. This is Victor. Victor. We would say Victor, but no, Victor. That's his name. And he speaks a language called Udmurt. Udmurt. So, says, hello, my name is Victor. I live in the Russian Federation. Kate and Mac told me that you've been to Russia before when you met the Livy Karelian people. So you probably already know that this is the biggest country in the whole wide world. Since Russia is so big, there are a lot of different languages. My family and I speak a language called Udmurt. It's written in the Cyrillic alphabet. It looks very different from the Latin alphabet that you use in English. And it does. Can you see my board? So here's our Latin alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I didn't write it all down. These are some of the letters in Cyrillic. Now you'll see they actually do have an A, but look at this, looks like a backward R, and this E has two dots on the top. This looks like a backward N, looks like an X, and upside down lowercase h. So Cyrillic is different than our Latin alphabet. And you might want to draw some of these letters in your journal today if you're interested in writing down some of those wild looking letters. So it says, my babushka. Now babushka means grandmother. My babushka in Russian, she waited almost her whole life for the Bible in her language. She's very old, so that's a long time to wait. In fact, it took over 160 years to get the whole Udmurt Bible translated. Way back in 1847, the Gospel of Matthew was first published. Then in 1997, the New Testament was published, the whole New Testament. So if it's 1847 to 1997, so that's a long time. Finally, in November 2013, we were able to hold the whole Bible in our hands, all in one book. That's a long time to wait for the Bible in your own heart language. We also have the Jesus film, and that's one of my favorite things to watch. It's very cool to hear Jesus talk in my own language. It makes me feel like he's talking right to me. I learned in the Bible that God made all the languages in the world and that Jesus wants everyone to know how much he loves them. But that can be hard to understand if the Bible is not in your language. Next time you read your Bible or watch a movie about Jesus, remember that there are many more kids out there who are still waiting for a Bible in their language. I try to remember that because my own babushka didn't have the Bible for many, many years. I'm so glad that Jesus understands Udmurt and that I can talk to him in my own language whenever I want. Now I'm going to hold this up really closely so you can see the Cyrillic versus the Latin, our alphabet, ABC, and then the Cyrillic alphabet. You can see some letters are similar or the same, but a lot of them are different. So I think that's very interesting. Also, let's talk about Russia. So I have drawn the flag of Russia. You'll see that here. It's white, blue, and red, and 3 bold stripes. And then this down here, I'm not the best artist, but this is a bell. Let me show you the bell they have in the book. Here we go. That is a huge bell. It says, the Tsar Kolokol is the largest bell in the world. It weighs 446,000 pounds. That is heavier than a blue whale. It is over 20 feet tall. Only a little while after it was made in 1753, it cracked. It has never ever been rung. So this bell, because it cracked pretty soon after it was made, has never been rung. We don't know what it sounds like. 3/4 of Russia's land is in Siberia. It's a region covered mostly in sprawling pine forest called taiga. In fact, Siberia has close to 25% of all the forest in the whole world. In Russia, people don't like to shake hands across a doorway because they believe it might cause arguments that will never end. Isn't that interesting? The Russian State Library is the second largest library in the world. The only library bigger is the Library of Congress that's in Washington, D.C., which is in the United States. So let's look at a map here of Russia. Here's the flag. Now, the people who speak Udmurt are here. Siberia is all the way over here. So what I'm going to do is and Victor says, I love being able to read the Bible in Udmurt. So I'm going to show you our other map in just a second. So here is our world map. Here we have Russia. See how big it is? And the people who speak Udmurt are in this region here, where all these many rivers are. I would say probably here. Looks like kind of on my map, kind of where it is. Now, let's do our song since we're here, our continent song. North America, South America, Europe, Asia and Australia, Africa, Antarctica, these are the continents. So you can see that Russia, she's touching Europe and Asia. That's how big it is. And if you look over here, it's very close to our state of Alaska. You see that? So Russia is a huge, huge country. Alrighty, so I hope that you've enjoyed this little talk about Russia and that you do some research on your own. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.